welcome to my channel. So this is going to be a reading for the sign of Pisces. Pisces, my readings are timeless, so when you see them is when you're meant to hear them. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Also, please don't forget to hit the post notification bell so you can get alerts when my videos are posted. Pisces, if you wish to donate towards my channel, all the links will be in the description box down below. So let's get into this reading, Pisces. Okay, so first things first. Somebody, we have a true magician out here you potentially be dealing with. Somebody that has, okay, because the vibe is somebody showing you one thing, but they're experiencing the other. So somebody's showing you that they are wealthy, abundant. They're trying to show you that everything is going so well in their life. As you know, social media could do a thing. Real life could actually do a thing. Because the person that's around you, if you're not even on social media to see this person, they could be hiding, you know, or they just show up when it's time. And so they could, you know, kind of tell you whatever it is that they're doing. And you just have to believe it because little do you know, you don't see what's happening behind the scenes. So it's the vibe of somebody is saying they're above and beyond, or they're successful in this or that. Meanwhile, the person is struggling in a situation. So it's somebody painting you a picture, someone trying to show you something that is not true. It's a false. They're painting a false narrative, okay? So this person is not in their true, authentic self. But this person is trying to convince you of something, all right? Or trying to convince you that you should do this, that, or the third, or that, I don't know, because it was something about you keeping up. So maybe it's like you're looking, maybe the person's not even trying to convince you of anything. Maybe it's just that you're looking at that person and you're thinking, okay, that person's a good person. They're wealthy, they're abundant, they're this, they're a star. They sit, you know, in a position that looks like it's elevated. A lot of people exalting themselves when that's not how it's supposed to be, okay? So literally somebody in despair, a thief, okay? So this person is stealing, potentially. Either way, you should be concerned if this person sounds like a person that's around you or that you have entertained or engaged in. Because this person looks, you know, well-dressed, well-to-do. They look like they, you know, have been blessed. But meanwhile, something is off to the person. Something is off. No, not to the person. Something is off as far as you're concerned, because your spidey senses, your Pisces senses are tingling. All right. So something don't seem right about the person. And this is where I keep telling y'all, trust your discernment, trust your intuition. Okay. When it comes to people, places, and things that are around you, because literally whoever this person is to you, is showing you one thing, but technically they're experiencing something else, something different, okay? And you need to pay attention, because literally whatever this person is doing that is making the universe concerned for your behavior, or for their behavior for you, you need to pay attention to. So maybe the person trying to gain access to you, manifest something from you, steal something from you, instilling time, money, energy, okay? You need to pay attention. Be on high alert, because somebody, a magician, a true magician, is out here and definitely on a prowl for who they can devour, because as y'all know, the enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy. All right. Oh, and also something about you being in the middle of something. The middle of something is important or significant, because I literally started in the middle of the candles when I started this morning, okay? So, I guess we're starting here. That's what I was trying to see, what we're doing back to the beginning. All right, so that being significant or important, because it's like you have to rewind, because you have to go back to the beginning in order to see how this is playing out or how this started, okay? So the number 5 there, significant or important. And also, I want to thank, first and foremost, let's do this. Okay, Hugo Giles, thank you so much. I thanked you while I was on the live, but I need to tell you thank you again. So thank you to Hugo Giles, okay? All right. So the number 5 being there, significant or important. That could be March 5th, or it could be May. So May is Gemini and Taurus and Gemini, okay? And y'all see how I did that interchangeable? It's whatever they're saying, the last becomes first or the first becomes last. Either way, it's vice versa. So something switching back and forth. Either way, that being significant, why, I don't know, other than somebody could be trying to put you behind them, or somebody could try to put themselves in front of you. Either way, you being the person, so put yourself in whatever shoes it is. Either way, half of 5 would be 2.5, which is February, and that gives you Aquarius and Pisces, because that would be in the middle, or that would actually be on the cusp, because what is that, 28 days in February? That would be what, the 7th, the 18th, that's 26, the 19th. Okay, so we will be entering into Pisces either way. But either way, on the cusp of something. But Aquarius is also in Pisces. I mean, also in February as well. So your birthday being significant on as a cusp, so 1920. And I don't know why that's significant or important either, because something from 1920 could be significant. But February 19th, February 20th, March the 20th. So that would also be, because I'm trying to get the numbers. I don't know why these numbers are significant. Just trying to make sure that I don't miss what's supposed to be seen. Okay, so toil and labor, that's somebody working hard. Trying to convince you of something that's not true, because we have to remember there's a magician running around here on the loose. Significant or important to you, because person meddling around in your energy, or person trying to paint a picture. This also could be a trap that's being set, because if you fall for the hype, because all I keep hearing is don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. Yeah, a person's definitely trying to make you believe something that's not true. Okay, so a person may be 38 years old. Somebody may have been born in 83. For some reason, I feel like 83 definitely very important. Either way, a master number, because that's 11 also. So ascendant masters, this may be them coming around to tell you, or, you know, you getting the messages, them letting you know this person, this situation is not right. That's not right. And you realizing that that's not right. So again, half of 11, 5.5. That's still May. And it goes to Gemini. And even in that last reading, I was saying something about that 6. 6 is June, which was actually Gemini. But for some reason, I did Cancer, knowing that Cancer was there. And also now Cancer is giving me cancerous, because somebody the other day, I'm getting a feeling like somebody has, I don't know why I want to say salmonella, but that is not it. It is the yellowing of the eyes, or yellowing of the skin. So it's some type of kidney failure or kidney disease that is happening, which causes jaundice. And it's basically like somebody, like they're energy harvesting, they're feeding, but they're feeding on the wrong thing. So it's like when the vampires go to suck your blood, they know that it's good because they can smell you. And I told y'all the other day, doing a spiritual bath, it goes back to ancient Egypt because they said they used frankincense and some other stuff to cover up their smell. And so it's a thing with these energy harvesters or whatever, whoever is on alert and whoever's trying to locate the chosen ones or the whatever y'all want to call yourselves, or whatever is being called, but there's a smell, because for some reason it gives me, and I keep wanting to say fairies, because literally initially when I was going through it, I said people want to touch stuff that's not theirs. The number that's sitting here that is, because master number 33. Somebody's concerned behind whatever the situation is. And one of my subscribers in the chat, she said, it's not a secret, it's sacred. And I said, oh, I like that, but I remember where it came from. So she said she didn't know why she told me, but I said that was a message because I know where it came from. And I heard it before, but somebody else was saying it. And just to be mindful, I'm not keeping you a secret. This is sacred. The relationship is sacred. Who you are as a person is sacred. So it goes along with the thing where their rejection was God's protection, because it's sacred. Who you are, what you are, it's sacred. So somebody basically trying to you had to cover up the smell because they were trying to make sure that you were not detected. And that's part of what was happening. But either way, somebody working hard trying to figure it out, and some people may think they figured it out, or some people may have, people may be aware of you right now. That's the thing. So that was significant or important. Anyway, so 38 actually being there, half of 38 would be 19. So February the 19th, March the 19th. And I kept telling y'all something about the 19s was significant or important. I don't know, because it was a collection of them, a collection of things coming together, a collection of the birthdays coming together. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, I started getting a flood of 2 19s. So that was a thing. Now 32 being significant or important. 32 is 16. So your birthday may be March 16th. That may be significant or important to you, or you may be important to whatever this is, okay? But either way, somebody's in despair. The other thing that I was getting was, before all of this started, somebody's upset that they had you in the palm of their hands and they didn't know what you were or who you were. They didn't know how important your position was, or they didn't know how important you were to the grand scheme of things, or how important you were to whatever the situation was. So that's part of the reason why people are like in attack mode and, trying to go so many like balls to the wall for you or for this situation or this circumstance. That's a thing. And also, for some reason, right, it's giving me the vibe, because it's almost as if, okay, there's a watermark, all right? So let's say that somebody decided that they wanted to take my content because, it's just my hands. It's not me talking. It's not so somebody removing my content and putting it somewhere else, and saying that I am them. But there's a watermark inside of my videos. If you look down at the corner, you'll see it. But it's only seen if you're meant to see it. That's the thing. It's embedded behind the scenes right inside of YouTube. So somebody like trying to erase you and put themselves, but they didn't realize it was a watermark. They didn't realize there's a stain. And I don't know why I want to say a stain on the garment. So there's a stain on the garment. There's a stain on this person because this person is false, fake. And I don't know if it's like a person saying something, like somebody saying that they're a prophet or prophetess or something, and meanwhile there's a stain on them. So you being a person, they try to move themselves into your digital footprint, your digital code, or trying to take something that was yours and input themselves into it. Meanwhile, they didn't realize you were born with a watermark. So it would be like a birthmark or something that is on you. You come with a watermark. And so even the thing, God knew what would happen beforehand. So we keep trying to input ourselves in places. God knew you when you were formed, before you were formed in your mother's womb. So that means God knew all the lengths that these people would go through to try to hide you, to try to cover you up, to try to input their situation or put them in a higher elevation than what they were supposed to be. So again, I'm going to tell y'all, a lot of people are about to be taken down. You're about to see a lot of celebrities fall. You're about to see a lot of people that are around you fall, or people that call themselves celebrities because they were never supposed to be put in that, be put there anyway at all, period. They were supposed to either help or do something that pertained to glorifying the kingdom of God, but all they did was glorify themselves because they thought that was what was supposed to be done. But they didn't understand the assignment. That's the thing. You have to understand the assignment. And if you were not given the assignment because it was not for you, then how you going to understand some shit that wasn't even yours? You stole. And so it goes back to what I told y'all before. When the ancient Egyptians were buried, they were buried with these dolls, which were their servants. So a person that is supposed to be a servant to you would know a lot of stuff about you because they worked behind the scenes for you. And if you believe in reincarnation, you being a reincarnated individual or being, you being here right now at this time is not a coincidence. And those people also knew that you would wake up here at this time because, again, there's a lot of stuff about these people that hasn't been revealed. And then there's a lot of stuff that people don't know unless you were there. And if you come into this lifetime and you have forgotten, who you are or what you did, and they sell a whole story of the masculines woke up last and this, that, and the third, and yada, 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 which I believe to be a total farce, but neither here nor there. They may have. Either way, you could have potentially been a male in another lifetime or a female in another lifetime. That's also the other thing, which means that although you are whatever you are here at this point in time, you could have been something different at that point in time. So when they're saying that, it could potentially be true, but also based off what you were during a different lifetime. So it's, again, as above, so below. Everything's yours, but nothing is yours. It's a conundrum and a contradiction all in its own. Everything is contradicting itself. But when you live in that space, in the middle of knowing that it is, but it ain't, you grab a better understanding of how to now open yourself up and bring forth or bring to you the things that belong to you. Again, I feel like there was a situation where it was a mind fuck. It was a mind fuck because if I can get you to believe one thing, meanwhile, I'm doing the thing that I told you not to do, then that means I'm manifesting what I'm supposed to manifest. Meanwhile, I'm getting you clogged up or stopped up in a situation. Because literally, that's what it is. It's like unclogging your brain and trying to now readjust everything that you've learned, everything that you were taught, everything that you've seen, in order to now fix the adjustment or what they did in order to make it so that you don't understand, or you couldn't comprehend, or you keep beating the wall because you're going to one side or the other. Meanwhile, you're supposed to be balanced. You need to be balanced. You need to balance your yin and your yang. Well, if I got to make a choice over here, then I'm not balanced. The scales are off. So again, doesn't make sense. You got to make it make sense. So somebody's in despair. Somebody's in despair because you coming into the reality of who you are, you understanding more about yourself, and not being thrown off or triggered by somebody's behavior, because I kept getting somebody trying to gaslight you. Somebody's trying to gaslight you. But as y'all know, a person that can irritate you that much controls you. It also is a thing where somebody's upset because that's not working. But they don't realize, like, once you lose respect for a person, the respect is lost. So once you have lost respect for them, you're not even focused on them anyway. It's like when a woman's fed up, R. Kelly, there ain't nothing you could do about it. It's like running out of love. Okay? So although you never run out of love, you run out of respect. So that's the one part where once you run out of respect, I can't listen to nothing you say or do because you're despicable. And that's not a judgment call. It's just basically something that is a fact. Your behavior, your being, your demeanor, I don't have to like that. I'm not going to like it. You're not going to like everything about everybody on this earth. That's the thing. You don't have to like it. Who told you that you had to like it? He said, love them, love thy neighbor. You don't got to go over thy neighbor's house. You don't got to be under thy neighbor's authority. You don't got to be under thy neighbor's foolishness. Yeah, you can go this way. Because also there was a thing where I was trying to figure out how are the connections with these people working out? Like, how is it working? Because when people are saying your divine counterpart, or there's a reset now because of the fact of what happened with somebody trying to restart a situation with somebody wanted to do it again. Somebody wanted to replay. Somebody wanted a second chance. Well, go to God about it. I'm not God. Ain't no second chance. And just so you know, there could have been a second chance given, and the person did the exact same thing. Which means sometimes you have to understand who these people are as a whole. And so that's somebody being in despair. So I hope I'm explaining this fully to y'all. And that happened again. Somebody in the comment section said, and this is another thing y'all have to be very, very careful about. And I totally love and appreciate my subscribers, because somebody did it, and literally one of the people in the comments definitely went in and checked them. And but it was basically like a gaslighting. Somebody was trying to gaslight somebody in the comments because they were saying they were trying to say that, why am I doing these long readings? Well, why are you here? And so one of my subscribers went in, and that's what they said. Why are you here? You can go be somewhere else. You don't have to be here. But meanwhile, as I was looking at it, and I liked the comment that my subscriber said, but as I was looking at the comment, all I was thinking was, you do realize this person is trying to gaslight. This person came here because, again, they're on high alert that they're being exposed. So of course they would continue to keep trying to come over and trying to gaslight a situation because they want attention. Some of these people, and this is another thing I said, some of these people want a hug. They need a hug. Some of these people, mom didn't care about them. So if your mom didn't care about you, why you want me to do something that your mother didn't do? So I can love you, love thy neighbor. I can try to communicate. So it was Janet. That's who it was. Janet, thank you for coming to my defense. I totally appreciate you guys, and I love y'all. Somebody basically trying to gaslight and project their BS over here when You didn't even have to write the comment. You didn't have to watch. Like, you want to come get information from me, but then you want to talk BS. So again, a person trying to now get me to think about something that takes me out of alignment, or puts me in a place where, oh, I can't manifest because I'm clogged up now because I'm paying attention to you. I'm never going to pay attention to you. And at this point, some of these people need to realize I'm never going to respond to you at all, period. My subscribers that love me, I love y'all. I love the fact that y'all keep it peaceful over here. I love the fact, and y'all know, because like I said, I like peaceful. So the thing is, somebody magicianing, because I told y'all about a magician from the beginning. There's a magician, somebody trying to get you to see something, or trying to think something that's not true. Okay? So when you're one thing, you're also the other thing. So when you're at your weakest, you're also at your most powerful. When you're most vulnerable, you have your most strength there. You just have to decide who you are at the time. And so when you're living in your true magician energy, it is you deciding, you being the architect of that thing, that particular moment in time. So right now, somebody's in despair behind some form of trickery, and oh, I forgot, because this card, and you see how that got looked over. So a mature man working hard, or in despair, a thief, and a message of concern. So somehow the mature man got looked over, because I told y'all the number's 5. That person's birthday is May. Could potentially be May. That would be Taurus and Gemini. But somehow, even in the other reading, so I kept saying there's a Cancer and a Leo there, because Leo was also there, because Leo kept showing up in the courage. But also there's a Gemini, somebody's throwing rocks, hiding their hands. Somebody's doing stuff and then acting as if they're not. So Gemini keeps coming up. Y'all need to pay attention to whoever these Gemini people are around you, because remember, they're two-faced. They got 2 faces. They show you one, and then meanwhile, they're working in the other one. Some of these people aren't any good. Talk to God about it. It is what it is. That was their assignment. They came in this world to not be no good to nobody but themselves. Talk to God about it. It's not a judgment. There are some people that came in this world with that assignment. So neither here nor there, my discernment is to pay attention and step back. Step back from the situation. You don't have to be under their guidance or connected to them. It says love thy neighbor, not sleep with thy neighbor, not engage with thy neighbor. And that's what I'm trying to say to y'all. Some of these people they were designed to be karmic to you, period. And we have all been karmic to somebody one time or another. Sometimes we are karma to a person. We come into the person's life in order to teach them something. But either way, it's leaving somebody in despair. Somebody's being left in despair. So the other thing is a thief. So that number, hold on, that number being 32, which equals 5, which brings us back again to who? June. Also, again, the connection, because for some reason it's breaking it down. And I don't know why they're doing that. Why? Because I think it just kind of opened it up a little bit more to show you where the connection to some of these people or some of these things are. So that person's birthday would probably be March the 16th, which also breaks down to a 7, which turns into July again, June and July. So for some reason, either that group of people teamed up and the ringleader was a Gemini, just something not right with them. I could just tell you that right now. That's the vibe that I'm getting, because it's weird. That number breaks down into a Pisces energy, because 2.5, but that's giving me the middle of February also. So the number being 16, well, yeah, being 5, breaking into 2.5, that's the middle of February. You see what I'm saying? So something about, I guess, getting down to the bottom of it. That's the thing. So they're getting down to the bottom of it. I told y'all divine intervention is at hand. They're getting down to the bottom of it. These people getting their ass handed to them. And although they trying to portray an image that they're not, they're getting their ass handed to them in whatever way it is that they're getting their ass handed to them. That's it. That's all. So we got 24 here, a thief. Somebody trying to steal something. The number's 24. So you could be 24 years old. They could be 42 years old. 42 being significant or important. Also breaking down into 12, which is the 12th zodiac. Pisces. Or it could be December. And that would be Capricorn and whoever else is in that birthday. Because again, all these numbers is all over the place. And then that goes in breaks down into 6, which breaks down again into Gemini. So at the end of the day, it keeps all signs keep pointing back to the masterminds is an air sign. It could be Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, an air sign, because we don't want to miss the fact that that's in the realm of communication, news, because that was the other thing coming out. That was the other thing that came out. It was the Magician and a Page of Swords. And also, because I did a pre-reading before just to see what energy we're about to tap in with a different set of cards that I'm not using, because for some reason they have now instructed me to start now using a different set of cards to kind of gain insight from, but not to use during the reading. It's just the pre-shuffle or the pre-whatever being done with a different set of cards. Either way, somebody being a thief. Somebody's a freaking thief, okay? And that's it, that's all. So then you can break the numbers down however you want to yet again, and see where the cards fall. Because literally that was 24, so 6 being significant or important because 4 plus 2 is 6. But half of the 24 was 12, which breaks down into 6 anyway. And then half of 6 is 3. That's March. And then half of 3 is 1.5, which goes into January, which is Capricorn and Aquarius. Again with the Capricorn. Again with the Aquarius. Because they keep coming up. So heavy in the energy. Or this could be something that is in your astrological sign, because you have different placements. So you can have a placement in any one of these things. Either way, somebody's concerned. Because that's a master number, 33. Ascendant masters, ancestors, and that's where the divine help ended up coming from, because it needed alignment, it needed a reset, it needed a restart. So a message of concern being given. Somebody's on full alert and full aware of the fact that it's done, it's over. It's time to make sense. You gotta act right, okay? We done been warning you upteen times, and you're just still doing the very thing that we told you not to do, okay? So let's get it together, okay? You have been warned enough. You have been warned. I hope that is not it, but literally I just got somebody. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. Either way, a message of concern being given. So 7 again, back to Cancer, because 14 back to Cancer. Half of 14 is 7. Then we got 4 plus 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. So May. Y'all, these same exact signs keep coming up. So that means that these are the ones that are heavy around. So 7 also being 3.5, which is March and a half, leading into Taurus. Same signs. All the cards are pointing to, like, everything points to this. Everything points to this person. Everything points to that situation, that circumstance. Somebody that is, and mature man, just so y'all know, because I don't know why I'm going to keep going back to mature man. It don't got to be somebody older. It can be somebody older, but it could also be somebody that's younger. That's like, oh, the thing that they say, oh, you've been here before. Excuse me, you're mature for your age. So we got 37 and 73 being significant or important. So somebody could be 37 or born in 73. 37 broken in half is 18.5. But that's also 10, a completion. It's time for a treat. You have completed the assignment. You have completed the job. So whatever it was, whoever it was, heard whatever it was they needed to hear. 18.5 gives me, that would be February the 18th. 0.5. That means a cusp baby too, a cusper. That's an Aquarius, Pisces cusper, because that's going into the 19th. Whoever you are on assignment. So half of that would be 9.25. Again, I don't know why these numbers are important, why they're coming out like that, or why they're saying it has to be done like that. That would be what, September? We just passed from that, so that would be Libra, because we're in October now. Libra and Virgo, I think. So at the end of the day, it's still breaking down to, now that would be April, Aries. Either way, something that is broken down in half. It's being broken down in half. So if we do that, that will be Aries, 4.625. And then February, 2.3125. I don't know how far they would want you to break it down to, but either way, it being significant or important as to whoever the person is, whatever the situation pertains to, it's time for a treat. It's time for you to take care of yourself. It's time for you to gain something. Again, that's a 10. You've been leveling up. You've been doing the thing, because half a 10 is 5. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know what it is pertaining to that, because then that again goes back to who? May. I done mentioned May 9,000 times in this reading. Somebody's throwing rocks, hiding their hands pertaining to a situation by, or whoever I'm talking to, because it could be the reason why all of this is happening is because somebody cross-watching and they're saying, okay, you're in a Pisces reading, but she talking to you because you the person that keeps doing the thing. Okay, so somebody being burnt by the sun, ambition, extension, and reach. So somebody thinking that they, they have reached towards you. Somebody's birthday is February the 28th. So being significant or important, that breaks down into what, 14, March 14th, March 7th. Y'all. Take it how it resonates, because any one of these numbers could also be a life path number. And the reason why they could be breaking it down also like that could be the fact that it extends the reach. But either way, letting a group of people know that you got life messed up. But somebody's being burnt by the sun. Somebody basically tried to overstep their boundaries, was a little bit too ambitious entering into your energy. So they're saying, oh, you're about to get what you've been looking for. So the number being 28, somebody could be 28 years old. Somebody could have been born in 82. 8 and 2, that's a 10. And here we go again. 10, 10, and 10. The last time it was 666. And then also, just so y'all know, because somebody wrote what 666 means in the comment section. But if you go look it up, you're going to find what it means for you, because it meant that was the first thing that popped up. So maybe they copied and pasted, and I'm not saying that until maybe they copied and pasted the first thing that it meant for them. But it also means so much more. So y'all got to literally go look up all of these things. A completion, and a completion. Things are done. It's a reset. How in the hell did, in the past 2 readings, I got 666 on my table, now I got 10, 10, 10. Something is being reset. They're working the numbers. They're trying to see the location, which is also now giving me maybe they're trying to figure out what timeline to put you in. So 28, nonsense. It's time to talk sense. It's time to make it make sense. Y'all keep hearing me say that. It's time to make it make sense. Stop with the nonsense. Stop with the foolery. Set your ass down. Whoever it is that they're telling, set your ass down. It's time for you to stop with the bullshit. Somebody's getting ready to get taken care of, because what I said I wasn't going to say is pertaining to somebody being taken care of. And they literally just showed me what's going to happen to the person. But I'm not going to say that here, because that's not, like, I'm not saying that. But literally, that's what they just showed me. They done told you already, stop with the nonsense. Somebody's being burnt by the sun. So somebody's receiving karma. Somebody's definitely totally concerned about receiving karma, because somebody has thrown everything so far off that now you got so much spiritual this, that, or the third having to be exercised because of the fact that you doing stuff you ain't got no business. So 37, 28, 28. So 28, 28 also being a number as well. Look it up. Or it would be 82, 82. So there's hidden messages even inside the message. You have to decode it, what they're saying to you. So we got the 3 of Pentacles. That's teamwork. Reaching out. Did I see that already? No. It's 3 things. Okay, a collaboration. Okay. Learning something new, implementing something new, building something, having skills, goals, and long-term rewards from whatever this is. There's a blessing in that collaboration. There's a blessing in that grouping, or in this situation for you. All right, we got 2 of Cups. Unified love, a partnership, mutual attraction, proposals, marriages, and a connection. Opening up your heart to receive the love from others. Okay, so definitely something being brought into you for you. This thing may lead you to travel, or you traveling with this person or this situation. Find your inspiration and take action. Okay, preparation, progress, whatever it is you need to do to get yourself up and moving and up and heading in the right direction for whatever this is. They're saying, find your inspiration and take action. Get it done. Progress, foresight, enterprise, activity, expansion, overseas opportunities, and moving forward. Okay, so whatever this new group is, whatever it is they're sending to you, you're definitely moving in a situation, and the world being at the bottom of the deck, because there's a level up. 10, 10, 10. A completion, a restart, something new being brought in for you. And for some reason, somebody is giving me the vibe that they sabotage themselves on purpose. Somebody didn't think they could be in the position, so somebody sabotaged themselves on purpose. So somebody was trying to hold on too tight to keep you right where you were. That's what somebody was trying to do. Meanwhile, it's a completion. This person is being dealt with. You may have endured a whole lot dealing with this person. Somebody trying to have control, and somebody trying to fool with your foundation. Either way, they changed nothing in the process. All they did was kind of mess up their own, because there's something coming in for you in order to restructure, is what I hear. Restructure your foundation, restructure the wealth, restructure the abundance, restructure the situation, and somebody's being left out because they sabotage the situation and connection for themselves. Okay, this person is thinking too highly above themselves, or try to put themselves in a situation. And I don't know if this was the card that I was consulting, but literally I think that was there. That was a focusing on your goals. And even still, whatever this is a new manifestation of, because it's giving me architect. Somebody try to paint you a picture, but they're saying you are the architect of your life, of your situation, of the circumstances. So now it's basically being mindful to watch what you're saying to yourself. And now it's almost like you being a magician and you writing it down. So write it down, make it plain. How do you want your life to be? But also don't be so focused on the results that you not pay attention to divine, after you say it, them ushering in the very situation and circumstance that was designed for you. Okay, so all your dreams are coming true. Hope, calm, healing, faith, purpose, renewal, spirituality, good fortune, good omens, and rejuvenation. A situation being rejuvenated. We got King of Pentacles here. So wealth, abundance, you being the leader of a situation is also being mindful. They're telling me to let you know that, to pay attention. Somebody trying to put themselves in your signature, in your footprint. You being mindful that you are the leader. You're not the tail, you're the head. You're the head of whatever this is. So wealth, business, leadership, security, discipline, productivity, success, authority figure, abundance, prosperity, generosity, and comfort. And I got a feeling that, so this is also talking about your skill, building your wealth. So that's also a 8 there. A 8 is also, that's the infinity symbol. But again, 8 and 10 is 8 and 2 because they're saying use this together. So teamwork, collaboration. This card is supposed to go with this card. And so you and this person building something together. There's something that it's because it's building a foundation. So working balance is important. So you and this person that's supposed to build something, for some reason, maybe it starts off as y'all just working together, but either way, then it turns into you and this person and a connection because they're bringing you together for y'all to build something. So wealth, business, leadership, security, very disciplined, protective, successful, authority, abundance, prosperity, generosity, and comfort. You solve yours and other people's issues in very practical ways. So somebody was upset because maybe you were the female in the, you're a female and the man is the head, but also the person that's supposed to be there also understands the assignment. The head, the leader, the person is not a male. It could potentially be a female because that's who God put in position. But the person, the thing is loving God and knowing your position and the position that you play, because this person that comes along knows that they are only a guardian, a bodyguard, something that's there because literally it's kind of like unjumbling a little bit at a time. But either way, the star being the direction. So them sending you in a direction of wealth, a direction of abundance, a direction of, because this person, this part here is the King of Pentacles has a pentacle, but then y'all working together, you and this person, to build more pentacles because that would be 8. So now y'all have 9 pentacles working together. But matter of fact, there is no but. That's just what it is. I feel like there's more. There's another pentacle coming because it's 10. It's a completion. Like once you and the person get together, it's the assignment. Didn't I tell y'all we saw this card already? The world, a level up, a completion. Everything that you have worked for is coming together. A completion, accomplishments, wholeness, attainment, fulfillment, travel, a celebration of life. You have arrived. They're literally putting you in direction for the person. And somebody's behind the scenes worried about it. Somebody's worried about what's actually happening, what's going on, what's being dealt with, what's being done. And also, it's like the anxiety, the fear, the worry, the situation and the circumstances to it. Okay, so y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna just do this so that way y'all know what I'm reading, but I was told not to show this because I think somebody's too attached to the outcome, and they're saying don't be too attached to the outcome. There's somebody that's around, and it could pertain to, again, the magician energy that started the whole entire thing. Somebody trying to control, somebody trying to be overbearing, somebody trying to manipulate behind the scenes. And so the magician was magicianing, or one magician can beat another magician. So you having to step into your power and say, okay, I'm architecting, I'm crafting, because you didn't realize somebody was behind the scenes trying to project or create a life that they wanted for you. Meanwhile, it's your life. You have free will. You can do whatever you want to do. And I kept telling y'all that King of Swords kept making me roll my eyes at him, right? So it's still the King of Swords, just so y'all know. But there's a King of Swords energy that is around, that is definitely trying to hinder, harm, stop. And I can show y'all the King of Swords, just so y'all know the King of Swords right there. There's a King of Swords energy that is around that has been tampering, meddling, so manipulation. So a magician, nonetheless, because we started this off with a magician, somebody manipulating behind the scenes, but literally, one, they got burnt by the sun, or they're getting burnt by the sun. because they were doing some stuff that they was not supposed to do. But this person is even too attached to your outcome. You got 10, 10, 10, the world. That's all you need to manifest in the energy. So again, be mindful what you are allowing yourself to focus on. Be mindful of the things that you were taught that you need to break free from. Remember that, oh, it was a Hierophant, so there was lots of power. Your voice, your manifestations, your magician energy holds a lot of power because it was the magician and the Hierophant. So you painting your own picture, because the Hierophant is about society and its rules. It's like the teacher and the student. So, and I don't know why I keep wanting to get Karate Kid Danielson. You may have been learning, and there's more to learn, but you have achieved great things. You have completed this assignment, and this assignment. You have now leveled up, and somebody that was trying to manipulate, like you did all this and you had adversity. And people keep saying, how did you do that? How did you do that? How are you doing that? It's none of their business. The fact of the matter remains is they didn't stop you from anything that you were destined to have. That's the thing. So Pisces, this is the reading. Thank you guys for coming to my channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and go with God.